Hey, what's cooking?
Will you just look and listen?
93 meals for the merry month of May, 90 meals for June, and 93 meals each for July and August. You adding these up, Mrs. Jones? All in all, they add up to well over 1,000 meals a year to be planned, prepared, and served. Could you use help?
I certainly could.
Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Ned. Today, we're making dog food. That's right, I said dog food. For my dog, the Bouncer. You might remember the Bouncer from the infamous Pay Down the Deficit contest that we had on Jack FM just a couple of months back. She was the one who was making all that racket on the air. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need about 6 pounds of mechanically separated turkey. You're gonna need a big bag of brown rice. You're gonna need about 6 bags of frozen vegetables. Today we're using green beans and broccoli with a bonus bag of peas and carrots. A few cans of healthy organic dog food and a tin of sardines. That's gonna make some delicious dog food for the Bouncer. All right, the first thing we're gonna have to do is make some rice. Once the water on the rice is boiling, reduce heat to simmer, cover, and cook for 40 minutes. Before we move on, you may be wondering why it is that the Bouncer gets such delicious food for dinner. Well, the answer is simple. The Bouncer has sensitive skin, and she's prone to allergies, and so she can't eat regular dog food, otherwise she scratches, and she scratches, and she scratches. Alright, now that you got the rice going, it's time to cook the vegetables. But first we gotta get a big pot of water boiling, so gotta fill her up. Takes a while to fill up the pot. This is why it takes so long to make dog food. It's not because of all the stuff I have to prepare, it's because I have to fill up this pot. Alright. Full pot. Once you got the pot full, get that on here and get that going. That's going to take a little while to get heated up, so while that's going on, now would be the perfect time to review what's going on at Jack FM in April. Here's what's going on at Jack FM right now, April 2012. First of all, we got the $50,000 Super PAC contest. That's your chance of winning $50,000 to, I don't know, rig the election, if you're into that sort of thing. Second, we got the iHeartRadio Macy's Rising Star competition. That's where the listeners get to decide one of the acts that's going to be performing at the iHeartRadio Music Festival this year. Plus, you could win a trip to the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Finally, don't forget the Participation is Mandatory campaign on Facebook. Just go to Facebook and like our page. All the information for all of this is 937jackfm.com, and that's it. Let's get back to the Bouncer's dog food, shall we? Alright, once the water's good and hot, time to put the frozen vegetables into the water. You don't need to cook the frozen vegetables very long, they just need to be thawed. I mean, the Bouncer's a dog after all, she doesn't really care. Now that the vegetables are cooking, it's time to cook the meat. My wife and I like to use mechanically separated turkey, not only for the convenient tube it comes in, but for the delightful pink color. Cooking the turkey is as easy as throwing some pink slime in a hot pan and stirring it till it's brown. Once the meat is done cooking, drain off the fat and let everything cool for about 15 minutes. And then you open up the cans of dog food, you open up the tin of sardines, you dump it all together, you mix it up, then you feed it to the Bouncer. Mwah! Don't forget the most important part. You gotta let the Bouncer lick the bowl. She loves that.